Hey YouTube, Vermont Prepper here. I'm just kind of getting into this Sunspot Observatory closure that I tweeted about before Fox News actually covered it. I happened to see it online because I searched for solar flares, etc. And there's been a lot of conspiracy theories about this. I here's my thoughts on it. I know that, let's go through the conspiracy theories. I know there's been like a couple guys on YouTube that said that there were some there were two large discs that passed in front of the sun, and one went one way and then it came back another way. They said the discs were different sizes, and it's a big Death Star or whatever. That's a big thing. And I saw a lady, took a picture with her iPhone, and I guess she came to the conclusion that she saw some ships and there's a mothership, and it's a very, kind of a blurry picture. I heard that the FBI is out there testing with antennas. I think we do know that for a fact because it's been reported by some employees there. We do know that the observatory it has a clear shot to White Sands, right? I mean, I don't know if anybody went on YouTube and searched this guy who actually went there after it was closed, and man, he's got a set of balls on him, I'll tell you. But he went in, he actually, went right up to the observatory right there, and he panned out where you can clearly see White Sands test range. And I really think it has something to do with this. Now, I know there's also something that people have speculated that the Chinese may have tapped into or hacked into an antenna and were kind of spying on our military, White Sands area, from that antenna. I think there's maybe some credence to that, but I really feel that if it was evacuated and that was the case and FBI's in it, why would they just let the people evacuate? You would think that you want to quarantine or question these people because maybe they're helping the Chinese. Maybe it's an employee that's helping the Chinese. Or maybe if they know who was helping them, then maybe they just detain that person. But there have been no reports about that. Most of the people were just allowed, I guess all of the people were just allowed to go. And I don't know, I think from my perception is that, well, maybe it's evacuated because there's going to be some secret military test and they don't want the possibility of hackers or even those in the observatory to have the capability of viewing it or monitoring with telemetry or whatever it might be. That's my particular theory on it. I know everybody has theories. I don't think it's a solar flare or EMP coming because, like many point out, there's other observatories throughout the world that would have seen such a flare. It wouldn't have been just the National Solar Observatory and the Sunspot one. There would have been plenty of others. So I don't think it's that. Highly doubt it's aliens because, again, there's people out there that are watching all over the place. And why just this observatory? Did they snap something that maybe others didn't? Highly doubtful. There's tons of people watching the same areas of space. Highly unlikely that that's it. If that's it, I'd be really, really shocked. I think the world is ready for aliens. I just don't know, in what capacity this would be. obviously, if they snapshot a ship, it has some, advanced capability of being able to transverse across solar systems, maybe through portals or whatever you might want to call them. Highly doubt it's that. So my best guess is that it has something to do with white sands, whether it's Chinese or Russians that they caught spying, or maybe, if they're testing with antennas, maybe they didn't have any kind of, uh, suspects, and they felt that, it's all being done remote, which is why maybe they just let all of the people go. Because again, if there were spies and they felt that the Chinese or the Russians were spying on us via the antennas, most likely it has to be some complicity with an employee that works there or somebody that has access. So, yeah, maybe it's possible the Chinese or Russians could do it without that, but highly unlikely that somebody couldn't figure this out. Not sure how FBI was notified. Maybe they have some monitoring systems in White Sands that pick up these kinds of, monitoring from antennas. Who knows? In any event, I think that it remains to be seen. It certainly is a very interesting story. Love to see more on it. I love to see the theories. I'm not going to discount any theory. I just want to point out what I think is most likely. I even heard a comet was spotted. Now, that obviously would be, a devastating thing. However, again, who knows? Why wouldn't somebody else confirm that comment? Or why would they keep it secret? I guess maybe they're I saw a movie where, the government keeps it secret and until like the last couple days, and then everybody goes crazy. I forget, it was based in Australia or something. And I don't know. It's something that remains to be seen. I think that we're going to see more on this probably in the next week. It's not going to stay secret because everybody is on this thing. We'll eventually find out, but it is interesting to say the least. It definitely has my attention, and I'm not really a conspiracy theory kind of guy. But I do, when the FBI is involved like this to this extent, there's something going on. And it most likely, in my point of view, has something to do with White Sands. So there you have it. Hope I didn't ramble too much, and I appreciate you guys watching. You can feel free to comment about your particular views. It'd be great if you guys subscribe as well. Trying to build up this channel. Focused on Twitter, but now I'm on YouTube from time to time. I'm not going to overload everybody with videos, but just things that I think are interesting from a prepping standpoint as well as from a pop culture standpoint. And this certainly has characteristics of maybe both. Okay, Vermont Prepper out, and as always, be prepared. Take care.